Hello everyone, thank you very much for joining this webinar. It is the last one of 2022 and it's our deeper dive into Dynaway EAM for Business Central specifically, and it's a 20 minute time slot that you have to reserve for this. And the topic today is around safe work and more specifically safety incidents. So with me today I have, surprise, I have Christoph who will do the presentation. In case you do have any questions, please raise them in the chat log and I'll be happy to answer those. Christoph, the short introduction, and I will hand it over to you.
Thank you. And to be honest, I don't think so. We will spend 20 minutes on this one because it's not very, let's say, very complex functionality. But nevertheless, I would like to also show you what we need to do the setup and what it's all about. So safety incidents, we know that especially if we would like to register and do some reporting on what's happening in our organization, one of the things which can unfortunately happen are any kind of the incidents like sleeping somewhere or a fall from the high and so on. So that's where there is no place in Business Central so far to register such things, but it's quite important, and that's why we decided to add such functionality to our safe work module. So remember that what I'm showing now is a safe work module functionality. What you will need to set up, the easiest setup is on the safe work setup. We just need to have a number of series for the safety incidents, and we also can say, very similar as with the requests, we can say how many days after closing the incident I can reopen it and do some changes. So if you will change 0 here, then you cannot reopen the safety incident. So that's one thing. The second, you can find also here the safety incident setup, and you can see there is quite a long list of the things which need to be set up or should be set up to start using the incidents. But that's, of course, not everything is mandatory, but those are an options. But the minimum setup which you need to have is for sure the incident status, where at least or exactly one incident status needs to be set up as default one. You also can specify which are the closing statuses. So in this case, I simply did a setup for just 3 records. One is the registered incident. This is the default one. In progress, which can be that we still didn't have all the outcomes, that's in progress, and closed if I want to close the incident. So that's something which I can do. As I said, there is a little more setups here, but I think the best will be if I will just go and show you this on the incident itself. So in a safe work manager role, you can find the safety incidents here in the header. In the asset manager role, you can find them in the safe work menu, so you also can get there. If we will go to the safety incident, I have a list of all the incidents. I also can see which are open, which are closed if I would like to filter it quickly. But let me just create a new incident. So let's imagine that there was an accident and we just want to report it. So for example, that someone just fall from ladder and broke leg. I don't know if I put it correct in English, but I hope. What first we need to do is specify who was affected, and for that we use the list of employees, not the users of Business Central, because it can be any employee in the organization which had an accident. So sorry, Mikael, unfortunately you were not very you had just this accident. I hope you don't mind. What we can say also when the incident happened. So one is the reporting time, which is automatically set up for today and exact time. But we can say that the accident was 8 in the morning. So we reported it a little later, but the accident happened in the morning. We also can put detailed descriptions if we want, so that's also possible here. So the next thing is get the information about the incident. So I can say that what is the incident time. Mikkel just fall from height. Did he did something with his body part? Yes, and that was a leg in my case. And what is the severity? Let's say medium. He still lives, so that's okay. What was the cause of the incident? So there was a broken and Mikkel did not check it. So that was the cause. We can say where it happened, and it can be asset location, which you know from our module as well. But I also can just specify. So not every place can be as an asset location in the system, but I can say next to reception in main entrance. So that we also can see. A person who report the issue, so who reported that issue, it can be, for example, me, and I also give the first aid. That doesn't need to be specified. There is no like mandatory thing here, but I just want to show you all the options. What has happened? So what was the outcome of the of this incident? The hospital stay in this case, and we expect that he will be 1 day off. So we can just mark that he will not work for 1 day. What we also can show here, we can specify what are the treatments, and you either can choose it from the list, or you can just put the description. It doesn't need to be the list. I will say that he was on the in hospital, and it was today when he was in hospital. I can also put what was the comment, and for example, St. George Hospital. So all information I can put. Did we need to have any corrective actions for it? Yes, we should update the procedures. Again, I can put only the description, and Martin is responsible for that. So I also can do it, and he should finish it till Monday. That's when he need to do it. I can say if it's in progress, already finished, and maybe we also need to do some training for our employees, and I will be responsible for that. And when we will do such a training on 14, you also can put what was the actual date for that. So, but unfortunately, we also had some costs. So I can say that the stay in the hospital cost us, and it was on first, so it cost us $20,000. Right, so, and we can also put another cost if we want. You can see all the total cost in the header, so that's also something which you can track how much it costs. Maybe we needed to do something with that. There is also, in some countries, you need also to report to it to the agencies. We also put, like, for example, insurance company need to be also notified. We submitted it and we reported, and we also can register what was the case which we get. So there was a lot of cases in this insurance company. So that's what we can do. We of course can take a picture, we can add the documents to it if it's needed, which you can store also on SharePoint. So I can just put a picture. I will not put a picture of my leg, but that's something which you could do as well. If we are ready and you can change the status, so we know that it's already in progress, I will just go to the status close. So when I do that, you can see that my incident has been closed. I cannot change anything anymore here. I also can see when I created an incident and when I closed the incident. So that's also something which we can see. That's, as I said, it's not very complicated functionality, and we also would like to expand it in the future. But this is how you can register all the incidents which happened in the organization from the safety side, and what has been done after such incident. So, Mikael, back to you.
Thank you, Christoph. And just for your information, my leg is all fine again, so no concerns there. So this was the final presentation of this year, but don't you worry, we have plenty on-demand webinars. So if there's some of them that you didn't watch early in the year, please go and revisit. And this current one will also be uploaded as well to the same link as you see here on the screen. Just a small advertising again for our Dynaway EAM for Business Central user group, which is due to be found on LinkedIn. So if you search for Dynaway EAM, you'll find this group. You can go and apply to become part of it. It is exclusively for end users of the platform to share experiences. So please go and search that platform and visit that. So with those words, we just want to say Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year here from Team Dynaway. I hope you enjoyed all of the webinars this year, and we'll be back again in January with further educational sessions. We'll see you in 2023. Have a good day. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.